Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I will be talking about museums and theaters. I have a broad description. I want to first talk about what is theater museums and what is museum theater. Anyway, so museum theater is the use of theater and theoretical technology by the museums for educational, informational, and entertainment purposes. So we start talking about the role in theaters and what is it used for. I started to look up some things to talk about for this subject, and I came across this PDF of this interpretation and experience of museum theater. So it's by Esther Papp, and this was the University of Leicester School of Museum Studies in 2013. And to give a really broad base of why I chose this certain topic is because, first of all, I always loved going to museums. So I always thought museums were, cool and ideal. And I also liked being in theater. I also liked being engaged in theater and knowing more about theater. And when I was in high school, I actually was in theater. So just learning about theater as a whole and wanting to know more about it struck my excitement when I seen this certain topic or idea about exactly what it is. So I looked up some museums and some theater museums across America, and I came across this one called 10 Chimneys. Now, 10 Chimneys was a summer school and gentlemen's farm of Broadway actors Lynn Fertoni, excuse me if I say her name wrong, and Alfred Lunt. And they were born in England. From childhood, she was an actress, and she actually started in Chorus Girl in Cinderella in the 1905 one. So just learning about these certain topics and these people that actually had an experience of actually going there, actually figuring out what things were, was really interesting to me, and it struck out. And I put some notes. That's why I'm looking up, because I'm looking at my laptop, about the notes that I wrote. But I said museums are traditionally space with exhibited objects. These objects are usually formed from the past, on people, depending on the people's experiences. So she actually had a chance, and the PDF talks about, she goes into chapters, and she will explain the era of the research, her aim for the paper, discuss the methods that she used for the research, and the introduction of the structure and the main topics of museum theater. The second chapter, they will talk about the 3 frames that she appointed in the structure. And the fourth chapter, she will introduce the face-to-face interviews that she researched from the 3 disciplines: the museums, pedagogy, the reenactment, and the living history. So these were the things. So this was one of the things that struck out to me.